I don't know if you saw this, Simon. The Commanders released a statement yesterday. So this is from John Keim on Twitter. He says, from a Commander spokesperson regarding the DC Attorney General press conference tomorrow. And here's the statement. It's less than 3 months ago, a 23-year-old player on our team was shot multiple times in broad daylight. Despite the out-of-control violent crime in DC, today the Commanders learned for the first time on Twitter that the DC Attorney General will be holding a press conference to make a major announcement related to the organization tomorrow. Commanders have fully cooperated with the AG's investigation for nearly a year. As recently as Monday, a lawyer for the team met with the AG, who did not suggest at the time that he intended to take any action, and in fact, revealed the fundamental misunderstandings of the underlying facts. It is unfortunate that in his final days in office, Mr. Racine appears more interested in making splashy headlines based on offbeat legal theories, but rather than doing the hard work of making the streets safe for our citizens, including bringing justice to the people who shot one of our players.
Dan Snyder and the Washington Commanders should be humiliated, embarrassed, and publicly ridiculed for this statement being allowed to come out. Like, multiple people had to approve this and say, yeah, it's a good idea to throw our player that got shot, a player that went through something very traumatic earlier this year, under the bus to try to prove like a political point against the AG, to try to cover up for the shit that you've done wrong already. Like, accept your mistakes and don't throw your 23-year-old player who just went through probably the most traumatic experience of his life under the bus to try to like distract from what's going on. It's a straw man argument. It's a logical fallacy. They're like, yeah, well, why aren't you working on the violent crime instead of this thing that we did that was really illegal? Screw off, Dan Snyder. Get out of the league. I'm sick of hearing about you.
I feel like Dan Snyder had to have approved this. Whoever did in this organization, it's just such a bad taste, right? Like, it leaves such a bad taste in your mouth. Just don't use this situation for your own gain. It does not come across well.